Yes, there was a report of 2 cars that were bound together that did end up in the river.
Plus, a train goes off the rails near the Mississippi as the river communities deal with major flooding. What we know about what was in those cars and what's being done now to keep everything from going downstream. And we start tonight at 5 with our eyes on the Mississippi as it sits in major flood stage in eastern Iowa. Some places in the northeast corner of the state are set to crest in the next few hours or so. This is a look from our Skyview drone in Guttenberg showing those roads underwater, and we know that there's flooding inside houses there on nearby ESMANN and ABEL islands as well.
Yeah, the amount of water is really quite unbelievable to see, and navigating the flood has been such a challenge for the residents of Clayton County, especially those that call this island home, as now you can see the road is completely covered by water.
Okay, here we go.
Mississippi River flooding has shut down access to ESMANN and ABEL islands near Guttenberg, Iowa, except by boat.
So I don't have any heat, I don't have any water, but it's like camping in an expensive house.
Sure.
The river is climbing to the 3rd highest it has ever been on record, the highest in more than 2 decades. While many have left the island to escape the rising waters, some are staying as the crest approaches near major flood stage.
You cannot tell, but this is Riverview Road. It has become part of the Mississippi River. It's not much consolation to the people that live here. However, the river is forecast to crest soon.
So let's see where we're at today.
Most are dealing with flooding of basements normally used for storage. But in the lowest part of the island, the first level of the living space is also being impacted, causing those to evacuate. County officials planned ahead of the road closures by pre-positioning vehicles on the island in case emergency strikes.
They keep a fire truck out here, just in case, there's a fire, because you can't get a fire truck out here. They can get here by boat, but that's about it.
Despite the problems floods like this cause and the long recovery process,
I got to get my water tested. We have to get everything cleaned out.
residents are committed to their life on the water.
I mean, this is their heritage. This is what they love. So you got to respect that.
And the residents of the island, of course, are waiting for the river to begin to fall. Most recently, it's at about 20.9 feet on the way to a crest at major flood stage right at the 21-foot mark. Live near Guttenberg, I'm Weather First meteorologist Nick Stewart, Iowa's News Now.
Thank you, Nick. And about an hour north of them in Guttenberg tonight, there are at least 2 people hurt and close to 24 train cars derailed right next there to the Mississippi. You see the scene near DeSoto, Wisconsin. 2 cars ended up in the water, ended up floating back to shore, though. No word yet on how serious the injuries are or how that train went off the tracks in the first place. Reports say there were lithium batteries and paint in those cars.
Right now we have fire crews working on booning, which is basically setting up a barrier inside the water to make sure no other non-river material is going down, so it would collect any sort of oil, gas that may be leaking into the river, or potentially paint that was reported to potentially be on the train.
We also don't know if that flooding off the Mississippi had anything to do with the crash. And just 2 miles south of DeSoto, the only bridge connecting Allamakee County to Wisconsin is still closed tonight because of the flooding on the Mississippi. Weather First meteorologist Kason Frericks, who you just heard from, he took you to that bridge in Lansing with his report yesterday. We're getting a new look at things tonight. The river is now expected to crest at just under 20 feet overnight, a little lower than Wednesday's forecast. That'll keep it under major flood stage, but it would still be the 4th highest level on record for Lansing. Downstream in Clayton, they're prepping for a major flood stage crest late Friday or early Saturday. They spent last weekend prepping sandbags and HESCO barriers and getting pumps in place. Bill's boat landing is right on the river. You see it right there. They say they've been checking everything around the clock. The forecasted crest is now below the levels the town saw in 2001, so good news there. And here's a look at modern Woodman Park in Davenport and some of the other surrounding areas. The home of the Quad Cities River Bandits is now flooded along with River Drive near the stadium. The Mississippi is already in major flood stage in Davenport, and it's still climbing. Crest is projected to be at 21.6 feet, which is about a foot off of the record we saw in May 2019.